Now I'm going to discuss the difference between starting to throw with your index finger versus the thumb. The main difference has to do with how the strings are laid out and how you throw the suture. If it's this orientation and you're doing a two-handed knot with your left hand, the purple string's away from you, you'll start with your index finger. If you switch it and the purple string's towards you, you'll start with your thumb. Okay? So in this orientation with the purple string away from you, you're starting with your index finger. Every time you throw with your index finger, you're not going to cross your hands when you lay down the throw because you cross the suture to begin with. You will, however, cross your hands after you do a throw with your thumb. Okay? So index finger, not crossed, thumb, crossed. Now, if I take this down and actually orient the strings the other way to start, and if I'm still tying with my left hand, now that the purple string's closest to me, I have to start with my thumb. So after I throw down a throw with my thumb, my hands are not crossed, but they do cross after an index finger. Now, when I threw and crossed with the thumb, this hand went up and over. After an index finger throw, the hand has to come down and over to lay down a nice square knot. Okay, so now thumb and the hands are not crossed, then index finger, and they are crossed. Now after I throw the index finger, that hand that I threw with comes down and then over. So that's the main difference is if you start with your thumb, every time you throw a thumb, hands are not crossed. Every time you throw an index finger, they are crossed. If you start with your index finger, every time you throw an index finger, they're not crossed. But every time you throw a thumb, they are crossed. And after throwing with your thumb, the cross is going to go this way. After throwing with your index finger, the cross is going to go that way.